Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
I'm joined right now with Uncle Creepy, who's having a bit of it's like an opening week for you, because your opening of the podcast and the opening of your kind of, I call it a rehabilitation centre, you could call it.
Yes. The place I'm at now is a cryotherapy salon, which is just a fancy word for the fact that we are doing cryotherapy treatments, hyperbaric treatments. We're going to get an infrared sauna. There's a few other things that we want to get, that maybe one day float tanks. Anything that can make you physically and mentally feel better, that are proven, things like that, is what we want to put here. And people don't really understand, how it all works. And it'll be good for us to be able to run tests on them and show them, hey, this is what's going to fix you. What did you do today? What did you eat? What do you usually do? Kind of stuff, and get them on good programs.
Sounds like an awesome idea, yeah. Like almost a high tech self help kind of place. We spoke about it last time how it was in the plans and it's all coming out, it's all happening. It's awesome that you've got it open, it's all going down. Sadly, you've done it on the 1st of April. I don't know if that's good timing though.
We just wanted it open. We have enough through me and through my agent and through the doctor I'm doing it with, and her brother is huge in youth sports out here. So we just wanted to get it open. I live in Southern California, where the weather is always pretty much the same. Even if it's a cold day, you can still go do cryo. If it's a hot day, you can still sit in an infrared sauna, because it's just, life out here doesn't suck.
Well, today it's been very strong winds, rain clouds, and pouring down today. So I've had a great day.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's fun. The worst thing about being out here is the traffic. I have to drive to LA now once a week for work, for my podcast, which is obviously something else I'm here to promote. My podcast is called Storytime with Uncle Creepy. It's just me. There is MMA talk because it's me.
Yeah. But
at the same time, anyone can come on and tell a story. They can tell their life story. They can tell a story about whatever, and we just sit there and talk shit and have a good time. And we had our first episode a couple days ago. We've already got a couple thousand views. Life is going really good, and to have a mentor like Joe Rogan in my life, and he's the one. Him and Brendan Schaub are the biggest proponents in me doing this. They sat me down not too long ago, like, this is what you have to do. You need work. You haven't been fighting, so you need to do something. And to have their backing is it's really nice. I get to have people that are that well known in the industry to tell me, like, no man, this is what you're doing. Like, shut up and do this, because this is gonna make you money. This is gonna set you up with a cool job. So I'm excited, and I might also be starting to work on Dash Radio. It's like where the Kardashians and all these other fucking people have radio shows, but my friends have their own show on there, and my other friends are producing it. So I might start getting into more broadcasting stuff.
Well, I gotta say, I heard the Fighter Companion, and I remember them. I specifically heard Joe Rogan say about, dude, you gotta do a podcast, and I was like, oh, he's got to do one. And that's why, obviously, when I started to contact you, what was it, last week or whatever, and then all of a sudden it came out that you were doing it, and I thought, okay, I wonder what he's going to do. So, like you said, Storytime on Creepy, mate. I got in my bed, I got my PJs on, I got my blanket all ready, I got my cup of hot chocolate, and I was ready for a lovely little story. Maybe I thought Hansel and Gretel, that'd be a good one. He might start with that. And it wasn't that. Yeah. It wasn't anything like that.
No, it was weird. We ended up talking about a guy getting fucked to death by a horse. We talked about how my friend, who's Psycho Mike, he's a radio personality over here in the U.S., he's on the Love Line. Of course, we talk about dirty things, but we were talking about how his dog, he found out loves the way his cum tastes. We talked about sex and drugs and rock and roll. We talked about MMA. We talked about monkeys fighting sharks. All kinds of stuff.
I love the story. I love the story of where he where it was when he was with the girl for 2 days and doesn't remember any of it, and spoke to her in the morning and went, "Good morning, I'm Mike."
Yeah, and the thing is that's happened to me on multiple occasions where I've seen women out, and hey, yeah, you never called. I'm like, well, I never called because hi, my name is Ian. I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, check your phone. Check your phone. I have one girl she goes, no, look at your phone. Said her name, and I went through the phone. I looked at my phone. Her phone number was there, and I was like, okay, so I have your phone number. I'm sorry. I like to party. Sorry, I'm not sorry. She goes, why don't you look at the fucking text messages that are in there? And I looked at the text messages. Oh my God! It was a long weekend. And we were in love, and then I maybe I forgot that I had met her when I woke up and she wasn't there. So, I didn't text her because I didn't remember what I did over the last couple of days. It was just a lot of fun and partying. And then, you see them the next week or a couple weeks later, and why haven't you texted me? Because I don't know your name?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, well, you've been inside me, so you should know my name. So that happens.
Yeah, look, Ian, I worked the doors for several years. Names are not something I made a habit of knowing.
No. I don't. There's a lot of people I don't know their names.
No.
And, now my ex-girl, it's like stupid questions. It's like some more dumb question than this, but like when your girlfriend, my now ex-girlfriend, well, how many people have you been with?
Enough.
I'm going to avoid that one and not tell you.
Yeah.
But they always want to know, and you end up telling them. They're just like, well, that's disgusting. I'm like, well,
yes.
I don't know. I just read a random number.
Yeah.
I could say I don't say whatever. Who cares? It's just a figure. I'm a guy, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's annoying that bit.
Yeah, girls need to realize that I don't want to think about how many dicks get thrown at you every day or your whole life. How many people have been inside you? Just lie to me and tell me you're a virgin. Oh, you have a kid? Just tell me it was immaculate conception. Yeah. I don't care. I don't want to know.
Do you know what? I'm with you. I get that. I've had that as well. When they go, oh, come on, tell me it won't matter, and you're like, look, and in my head I'm thinking, it fucking will when I tell you how many, and they're like, tell me, and I'm like, and in my brain's saying, lie.
Yeah, and then the verbal diarrhea comes out and you tell the truth, and then you just see like the watering up of the eyes. And well, that yeah, exactly, sweetheart. I'm sorry, I overshot your expectations by tenfold.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, look, I'm a single man. What do you? My hand can only do so much. Okay, so give me a break. But
exactly. Or when a girl feels the need once they ask you and you don't ask them back, they feel the need to tell you.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, again, I don't want to know, and especially if they're a slut or they were a slut earlier in their life, which every girl deserves to be slutty at some point, sure, whatever. I just don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
But when they tell you out of spite, well, I fucked 100 guys. Do you really think I want to think about that? Do you see me sinking in my bed going, oh, I'm so happy I know that number now?
Yeah.
No.
I'm thinking, do I need to tie a rope around myself and attach it to the bedpost when I jump in? Will there be any friction when I go down the sides? What's going to happen?
Like a hot dog down a hallway.
Exactly.
And they always have the comeback of, well, you're the biggest I've ever had. You go, oh, come on, bitch, I'm 5'5".
I always go, look, hey, do you know what, Ian? Every time I pull my pants down, women always laugh and they go, who are you going to please with that? And what I always say is, I look at them and they go, me. And it always does.
I win every race for a reason.
Look, what I love is though, you're just getting people that on for just doing stories. Like you said, like just experiences of their lives. Is that just the idea? The whole concept is just get people that just to come on and just talk about just life experiences.
Yeah, that's all it is. I want to eventually get big enough where people I don't know are like, hey, I have a story to tell. I want to come on and tell a story.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on down. We'll figure this out. Whether they're a doctor or they're famous or they're a scientist or they're an athlete, whatever it is. If something happens maybe I'll be like a really horny male version of Barbara Walters, and people will want to like come on the couch and tell me stories. They just want to.
Do you know what I think? I was thinking Mickey Rourke would probably be a badass guest.
Man, honestly, if I could, and the thing is I could probably get Mickey on there. It would take a lot. I know he's in LA a lot. I have to ask Chuck, because I've met Mickey. Granted, I partied at his house. Yeah. but like the picture I posted not so long ago, once the whole New York thing I posted, just because MMA was legal in New York. The last time I was there, we partied at Mickey's house, and no, Mickey wasn't even there. It was the Ultimate Fighter tryouts, and the night before the tryouts, we were good. We went and ate nice food, and I told the boys, I'm like, listen, we're gonna go eat with Chuck and my friends, so just come out. Like, okay, cool. That's really cool. We get to go eat with Chuck Liddell. And I knew that would be a selling point, because I don't want to take the train from fucking New Jersey to New York myself. It's only like 20 minutes, but I don't know. I would rather have my friends with me. We go eat, then we go to the tryouts the next day, and then after the tryouts, I go, listen, boys, meet me in the lobby in 30 minutes. Get ready. We're going back to New York, and we're going to party. And they're like, no, I'm tired. I'm like, shut up, bitch. Put your fucking clothes on and meet me in the lobby. Well, of course, we end up going to Lombardi's Pizza, which is supposed to be like the best pizza in the world. It's pretty freaking good. But, I go about just getting everyone just shit-canned drunk, and we end up in the meatpacking district, and then we go to Mickey's house, and then we're, oh, God, it was a mess. But it was a lot of fun.
Honestly, I think, yeah, man, he just seems like the guy who's got those stories. You would just sit there and you wouldn't want to talk yourself. You just listen, and I reckon he's got some pretty wild stories. He just seems like kind of character.
Yeah, he's been that famous for so long, and not just that famous, but a wild man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not. He's not been by the bide. Like, oh yeah, I got drunk and then I went to bed and I woke up in the morning with a hangover. It was it was wild. Yeah, we know it would be a bit more detailed and a bit more graphic and a bit more entertaining than that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Chuck just texted me. I'm trying to get him on my show next Wednesday. Ooh. Hopefully, he'll do the show. I just got to get him to do it. But now that my show is shooting in Los Angeles and not in Orange County, it's not really, he lives in LA, so I should definitely be able to get that done.
Again, let's be honest, we all know Chuck was a wild man as well.
Man, if people only knew that the extent of the things that I've seen that man accomplish and do, and fun, just in the scope of fun. Yeah. The things that I've done because of him, the amount of fallout pussy I've gotten because of having a friend like that, he's a very special being. Yes. Like people don't really understand. He's a wild man, and he comes from a different time, and I'm so blessed to know that I come from that time. I was like one of the last Mohicans of that era, because granted I'm a new age fighter. But at the same time, that man that like brought me up through college. Him and Antonio Benuelos were still are two of my best friends, and they turned me into the man I am. And I got to thank him for that every time I see him. But it's an interesting thing that happened in my life. To go from, I've always had good people around me, but to have people like that, especially people you can really look up to, it's a big part of it. I always preach that to my students and the younger people. I'm like, surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with good people that inspire you. Because if your friends are your inspiration, if those are the people you look up to, like Joe for me, like Chuck for me, like Mike for me, like all these people that have fame, fortune, they do things that I do or I want to do. And they're the ones pushing me to do those exact things. So it's a really cool, it's a cool feeling.
It is. It's a good thing to do. And you know what? like you say, it's that saying, isn't it, where they say if you surround yourself with positive people, positive things, you know, it rubs off on you. It helps you in a way, and it does kind of make you want to go, yeah, I can do it, and believe, because you got everyone's support. That's the thing, you know, everyone's backing you up for it. And you know, I tuned in straight away when I heard it, and obviously I proved it to you that I did. You know. I wasn't Billy bullshit. I wasn't one of these people who are lying to you, going, yeah, I listened to it, and then you go, well, what they're saying, you go, oh, there was so much I just can't remember. All of it was my favourite.
Yeah. I like that one time when you talked about the guy with the face and the eyes. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. That was my favourite bit. That there. Yeah, I like the start bit. Yeah, and the end. Yeah. But that's the thing, you know. Hey, I said I would listen to it, and I did, because I truly was interested. I'm definitely backing this up. And I look forward to listening to it, because even if you get Chuck on, I know there will be very small amount of MMA spoken, because it'll just be that you'll just be talking stories and just outside of the cage, and I like that. You know, I love listening to stuff like that anyway, and it's going to be awesome. I'm actually going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to play the intro bit for your podcast for people so they know what they're listening for, if that's all right.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to play it right now, because I love the little tune. It's been playing in my head all day. Here we go.
It's time for a story. It's Storytime with Uncle Creepy. Storytime. Here is Uncle Creepy, Ian McCall. Hey guys, this is Ian McCall, Uncle Creepy. This is my very first podcast.
Right, now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to hear Rory McDonald do the intro, just saying, I like creepy stories. I think even just his face would be enough. that would keep me up all night, because you could stick him on, like, you know, you have those cartoons and there's like a monster under the bed. His face could just slide out and then just slide back in. And, you know, that's the kind of person I feel about Rory McDonald. I love him though, but he's just great. That is the intro. Let's talk about, obviously, you know, you've got these projects, because you know the fight game isn't forever, and this is what you're doing. You're building yourself that kind of life afterwards. And Neil Seary actually, you know, did an article recently as well talking about that, how he said, you know, people coming in, the young kids coming into the sport are thinking, oh, it's all, you know, pot of gold in the UFC, and it's not. You know, look at Neil Seary. He works full time, trains, and we've had him on to talk about it as well. And he said, like, you know,
what is it? I forgot.
he just does like he's like I think he's like an electrician or something like that, or plumber. He does like almost like a labouring job.
Yeah,
like
I knew it was something blue collar kind of stuff. He told me. We had a conversation about it. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't even remember off the top of my head right now. It's going to bug me now. But like, there's sometimes pictures posted of him like brushing and sweeping up and stuff in his uniform. You know, it's just because he realizes that. Yeah, I do the MMA, but I also need to make sure that, you know, afterwards, because you can't go on forever, there's that something else there. So he's never quit that. And I say, you're looking ahead. You're doing this. You'd like to get into broadcasting side of things. It's a very smart move. You know, it's you got to look ahead.
Yeah, I have to. And the thing is, I have the opportunity to where I live, and you know, money I have. I can invest in certain things. I have a lot of business connections. You know, I get to do stuff that I enjoy. I get to do stuff that makes me happy. And there's nothing more outside of my daughter that makes me happier besides mixed martial arts. But with that said, the cost of living where I live is crazy. And the style of living I'm used to living. So I need to make money. I've got this business open. I have my podcast. I still coach. I'll always coach and I'll always train in one form or another. But then I also have some other business ventures that I'm getting into that could potentially, you know, earn me a very very large income. But that's all in the works. I like being multifaceted. I like having my hands in multiple things. I always refer back to mixed martial arts as probably the hardest multitasking you can do in your life, because not only do you have to know how to fight, but you have to know how to put it all together. You have to wrestle, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. There's you're trying to do so many things at once while someone else is trying to crush your face. So it's hard, but I just kind of put that towards life, and I say, okay, sure, I can be a dad, I can be a coach, I can train myself, I can still run a business, I can still do this, I can still do that, because I know I have enough energy to do it. I know I have, maybe there's not enough time in the day, but I'm going to try and make it. I'm going to make it happen. It's just how I work. I have to be the best at everything I do. It's like the podcast.
Look, you're right.
I became the best in the world at something. If I'm not going to be the best, I'm not going to do it. And I know I have an opportunity to be really, really good or be the best in the world at podcasting. And that's just how I look at everything.
And the thing is, it's a nice attitude to have, and it is a kind of I'm not going to give up kind of attitude. You know, that's the way you take that aspect into everything you do, and that's the way you are when you fight, the way you are when you live. You know, your day-to-day life. Now, are you then with your recovery while you're still recovering then, and make sure you bring yourself back slowly? There's no point in rushing back from your shoulder and stuff like that. But Carla Esparza has stepped in a little bit, because she was talking about going in at UFC 199. I remember her saying, but now she's stepping in a little bit sooner at 197 against Juliana Lima. Will you be involved in helping her out?
Oh yeah, I've been helping her. We've got her in shape. We got her in shape a while ago.
Yeah.
I mean, she is in shape already, and for her to have the confidence to say, "Yeah, I want that fight," it was brought up, and I didn't even know. I was recording all Wednesday, and I wasn't around that day. But and plus, they're not going to ask me if I think she could take should take the fight or not. That's our head coach does that usually with each fighter. I'll put my 2 cents in. But for me, it's okay. We're getting to work. Let's do it. You ready? You're confident? Well, cool. And with her, a big thing is confidence. She actually put on some muscle weight. Oh, she put on some fat weight too. I just say that because it bugs her, but I'm allowed to. So she's looking good right now. Her kickboxing is good. She punched me the other day. We were sparring, and with my shoulder, it's a lot easier to spar with someone that's she's smaller than me. She's not as strong, whatever. Instead of me going with some roughhouse, bad act 20-year-old boys who are just savages that I know they're going to hurt me.
Yeah.
She punched me in the body, and I remember going, "Oh, wow, you found your power." And then, 5 minutes later, she punched me in the mouth, and I was like, "You little bitch." Whoa there. When did you learn to punch that hard? So then then you pick and you realize, okay, she can hit me. Like, I see, okay, she's figured this out, so she's moving more, and then I'll step it up. And I really like it because I help create that, and I get to move with her, and I get to put her in problem situations and help her fix them, or I get to make her work super hard or do whatever I can. Like tomorrow, I'll go in and I'll spar with her and get her ready, because I think Juliana's about my height, from what I remember. I saw her fight in Brazil. Seems like she's got good Muay Thai. I think she's a brown belt on the ground, so she'll be dangerous. She'll be dangerous everywhere, just like everyone is. Especially in women's MMA, the gap is closed.
Yes.
Which I was the first person to call out the fact that they weren't as good as men, because they weren't.
No.
Them claiming Ronda Rousey's the greatest fighter and blah blah blah. Fuck you. That's bullshit. And nothing against Ronda, because she didn't. Of course she's supposed to say it. She's a fighter. But let's be realistic. She wasn't. But she's gotten really good. Sure, she got beat up. Whatever. That happens to everybody. It just happened to be a bad one. Well, this is fighting. That's what happens. But the overall level, and I think the technicality aspect of it, the edge goes to the 15-pounders. I think they're much more technical than the 30-pounders.
Oh, definitely. I'm with you on that one. But one thing about the Carla is, because of her wrestling background, I would have thought it would be quite a sound staff, but easier for her to realise she can throw good power, because she'll have that low stance with the feet kind of not flat, well, basically flat, so to speak, with that wrestling stance. She'll have those power in the hips. as long as the weight's going to her hips as well, that's a good thing. But as long as she has that, that'll help with her transferring the power over. You've seen it with umpteen times with wrestlers. When it finally clicks, when the striking starts to click, they go, actually, instead of using this forward power, this forward surge for a takedown, I can use it to throw a punch, and if that lands, well, it's going to be quite devastating. Because I would have thought, she would have. Maybe that's what it was. Do you think that's what's happened? She's finally cottoned on.
We both have, honestly. I have worked on my power a lot over the last probably year, 2 years. I've been working on it, because you get the technical aspects of it figured out, and then you start working on your power. And it took me a while. It's taken her a while, but we're getting a lot better with the power shots. And granted, with me, it sucks because I've lost about 10 pounds of muscle from my body, not being able to lift heavy over the last 10 months, whatever it's been. I've just gotten skinny in general. My whole body's gotten skinny just because I couldn't do anything for 6 months. I could barely work out my legs, and it sucks. Doing a lot, and I've been doing a lot of yoga. I love yoga, so it makes me feel better. And where I live, if you saw the talent that shows up to every single class I do, of course, I look better with my clothes off than anyone else in the room, and I'm just wearing tiny little shorts and sweating, and just,
Yeah.
But so I'm a little vain.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it, man.
Yes. Someone's got to be that guy. Might as well be me.
Yeah.
I'm not fat.
Exactly. I would go to the yoga class here, but I can't be arsed. I've done yoga. I've done yoga. It's awesome. I'm with you on that one. Yoga is badass. And for men out there who go, oh, you're doing yoga, and what's next? You go home and make cakes and wear a penny. Look, yoga is hard, right? I don't care what anyone says. If you think you're a big tough man, go down and do yoga. You will be a little bitch within 10 minutes.
Yeah, go hop in a Bikram class, a 90-minute Bikram class, 105 degrees. You're gonna sweat the whole time, and there's some old lady who's just way better than you, and you're like, what the fuck? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
And it's good for me because my body's so fucked up, and I'm always going so hard to stuff that it's a good outlet for me to be happy, and it just makes me feel better. It's something that I will definitely do for the rest of my life.
I imagine it would help then with your joints flexibility and stuff. Then, obviously, when you have surgery, because you can't, there's no weightlifting involved now. It's a great chance to maybe open everything up.
Oh yeah, it's huge, and of course, like most stuff, I can push it too far, which I'm sure I do. But that's just the way I live. But I feel good, and with all the damage that I have to my body, I have to do it. Otherwise, I'll go days in pain, and it just gets worse every day. So if it's a really bad pain day, I go to yoga, and I feel better. My whole left side of my body, every major joint on my right side has been busted, broken, dislocated, torn, something. So that's much just on my right side. There hasn't been much on my left. I got bulging discs in my neck, 2 in my back, nerve damage. So right now I'm in good shape. I'm not gonna lie. I stay in pretty damn good shape where I can go 4 rounds with these young kids who are in fight shape and still beat them up.
That's good.
But I'm beating them up with one arm. My arm will give out every sparring session. My arm will give out almost every training session. So then I'm attacking and I'm playing, and I'm most of it's play. I'm fucking around with people.
Yeah.
And just having fun, because I know that from a technical aspect I'm better than they are, and I watch them, and I coach them through it, and I know it's frustrating for some of them, especially the younger guys, because I'm coaching you through why I just kicked you in the face, or why I just threw you, or why I did this, and I'm doing it all with one arm. and that you know very well as I do, you can't give that up. I'll chop my arm off. I told the doctor to cut my finger off. I said, if my hand's not going to work anymore, cut my finger off.
Yeah.
He was like, what? I was like, no, I'm not cutting your finger off. I go, well, I have to punch people with this hand, and it doesn't make a fist.
Yeah, just get rid of it. Yeah,
just get rid of it. They wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, honestly, we got, like, say, with the Isle of Man TT here, and there was a very famous rider called Joey Dunlop, and he passed away. Sadly, he had a a bike accident during a race, actually, in Estonia. And he had an accident and lost a few of his fingers. And he said, "Have I got enough to?" He literally had enough to pull the throttle and change gears. I was like, that's that. And he said, "Right, okay." And he kept riding, like literally with like a finger and a thumb, I think it was. Just kept going. Yeah. And he said, "That's all I need." He goes, "That's all I need. I'll do." And that's the kind of mentality. It doesn't matter if it's MMA or, like I say, motorcycle. And to be fair, like if you're doing a TT, you are not clinically sane. Like there is nothing sane about doing that.
You're an actual psychopath.
I think even
the actual definitions of psychopath, they would really look back, look at themselves, look at people they know, and there's a lot more psychopaths out there. John Jones, psychopath. Myself, psychopath. Sociopath.
Yeah, I'm probably in that mix. Yeah, people quite can't believe some of the things that come my mouth, and they go, "Really? I can't believe you said that." I went, "Yeah, but it's easy not to do that." And they go, "Wouldn't you care?" I'm like, No, it doesn't bother me. I can do some pretty fucked up stuff, but that's people just don't get it. They look at me like in horror, and I'm just like, "No, really, I'll do it right now if you want." Like, no, it's okay. I'm like, okay, but nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with being psychopath or anything like that. We all need to be different, because if we're all the same, it would be incredibly boring. We can't all be straight line down the middle. Missionary position, like Bill Burr said, stroking your hair is like an ocean. No. Every now and then, flip them over, ram their head in the pillow. That's what they want. But I love Bill Burr. Absolutely love that comedian. What was I saying? Yeah, look, Ian, I'm going to let you get going because you've got your opening day actually happening right now as we speak. I've nicked you for a little bit of time just to get you on to talk a bit like the promoting thing for your awesome podcast, which I am, ladies and gentlemen, going to have the link for it in the description below when this goes out on YouTube and SoundCloud. So the link's there. I am not asking you, I am telling you all to bloody click on it and listen to it, follow it, subscribe, download, whatever the hell you can. Just get on, enjoy it. It's awesome. I can't wait for the next one. Also, I'll put on your social media stuff, which obviously is Twitter. They can jump on, can't anybody, at Uncle Creepy MMA?
Yeah. Everything is Uncle Creepy MMA.
Yeah.
The show, again, is Storytime with Uncle Creepy. We're waiting for iTunes approval, which should happen today, maybe tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'll put the SoundCloud link on for now then, and then obviously, as and when the iTunes link comes on, I will update the descriptions. But I use SoundCloud myself, so I'll be jumping on. I jump onto SoundCloud, but I seriously mean everyone jump on and give it a follow. And whereabouts is your cryotherapy place? Sorry, mate. What's the address for it so people can go to it if they're in the area?
So if you're in Orange County or Southern California, it's in Lake Forest. Let me make sure I get the actual perfect thing down. Where did I post it? Here we go. It is 22622 Lambert Street, Suite 308 in Lake Forest, California. And it's a little business park. Come check it out. It's got a Tiffany blue and silver sign. It's pretty awesome. We're going to have a lot of good functioning things. We're going to have an endocrinologist in here doing some stuff for us. We have a chiropractor. We've got a lot of stuff. A lot of really good people, and you'll see a lot of good athletes in here, and stuff like that. You'll see some really random people, I'm sure.
There you go. So go down there if you're in the area. Check it out. I would go there myself if I was even in America, but I'm not. As always, Ian, love speaking to you, man. Thank
you very much for having me.
It's great talking to you. I want everything to go great for you because you're an absolute top guy, mate. And we will definitely converse more than once this year in the future, and just keep having a good time and enjoying each other's company.